first Red Badger speech by Emilie. Here we go. Oh, I gotta lower this. I did it for me and not for you. There.
Okay, thanks.
Can you stand up?
I am standing up. This is as tall as I could be. Okay, talking about yourself is one of the hardest things to do, but so I'm going to bore you. First of all, I was born in Ohio, and yes, I do like Cincinnati chili, one of the things that I was raised on, but I was born into a Roman Catholic, Italian, Croatian family.
Wow.
How do you like that?
I like how I went across the internet.
Yeah, you got it. 4 kids. My dad passed away when I was 7. So I grew up all my life not knowing a solid man in my life. My mom moved us out to California to be near her brother, which was great. Went to school out here, went to Fremont High, of which Terry Hatcher and a few others.
My mom.
Yeah, and your mom.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Doug Miller told it.
Oh, there. And our mascot was an Indian. So we used to play Give Me the
Tomahawk.
A whole lot.
Did you take it back?
I
You'd be an Indian giver.
No, I was an Indian giver. You're right. So I went to college out here, always wanted to be in the medical field, always. So I started my degree to become a surgical nurse, had a major car accident. So I had to change my major to something that would put me into a seat more often. So I changed my major to business and graduated. And throughout my career, I've only had 5 jobs, and which doesn't include real estate, which is my last one. And probably one of my most interesting jobs was I went to work for a company that manufactured equipment for the military for aircraft and submarine warfare. And it was a highly classified job. So I never could discuss what I did, but I was on the team that had to review contracts that we worked with the US government and foreign governments. So throughout my 7 years with that company, I met some very interesting politicians and some very highly decorated military generals. So that one I always liked. And after 7 years, I decided to leave that job because I couldn't stand not talking about what I did anymore. So I went into high tech and I started selling power supplies. So I got to travel all over the United States. And while I was traveling for my job, I also got to travel with my girlfriends. 3 of us, all divorced, traveled all over the United States, Mexico, Hawaii, wherever. We always had a good time. And in 1989, I was in Mazatlan and I met this guy called Bill Highley. And come to find out, Bill lived in San Jose. So we dated for a whole week in Mazatlan, and what's went on there stays there. Right. And we came back here, and 2 years later, we were married. So I still continued traveling for my job. Bill worked for Lockheed, and I got to take him every once in a while on a trip with me, which usually cost me a lot of money. And then in the year 1999, 2000, everything changed in my life. I was diagnosed with cancer. And with that, I needed to make some decisions about where I was going to go with my job. And Bill and I made the decision that probably it was going to be best to leave my very hectic job and to take some time off while I recuperated and dealt with the cancer. And that was 22 years ago. So I think I stand here in front of you as a cancer survivor. I'm very thankful for it. And Bill and I have no kids. We both have been married before, have stepkids, which we've stayed close with. We love to travel. We traveled in Europe, we traveled England, we traveled all over the United States. We have a love for fast cars. When I met Bill, he drove Porsches. So we joined a Porsche club and have had Porsches through the years. And one year we had an opportunity of putting our 944 Turbo on the track at Laguna Seca, and with a registered professional driver, and they teach you how to take the track. Well, we took the track at 155 miles an hour. Now that was not me, because the minute I realized I had to wear a helmet, I wouldn't do it because it messes up my hair. So that Bill took the wheel of the car, and that was it. What do we love? We're big supporters of cancer research. And also, when my husband was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I became a supporter of research for MS. We are big supporters of Morgan Autism, which is here in Willow Glen, and also Jacob's Heart, which deals with children's cancer. And we support both of those. As for Morgan Autism, I've gotten very close to a young man. His name is Jason. And he wanted to be an architect. So I have gotten architectural books, and he and I usually sit once a month and have lunch and talk about him wanting to become an architect somewhere along the way. 10 years ago, I got involved with Willow Glen, the Business Association, the beautification of the downtown area, and also all of the events. Now I serve on the board of directors as their VP, and I love it, have a blast doing it. And then one day Dave Olson showed up at one of our meetings and talked about Almaden, Valley-Willow, Glen Rotary. And it, I kind of got interested in it. And, Rotary has always been part of our life. My husband's been in Campbell Rotary for 18 years. And I was invited to join that club, but it wasn't a good fit for me. But I thought, well, I'd come here and give this club a try. And I felt like it was a great fit. So I stand in front of you as being a very dedicated Rotarian, hope to go from being a red badger to a blue badger and really get a badge.
Jerry.
Okay, Jerry. And, thank you for letting me bore you for about 10 minutes. And thank you for making me very welcome in your club.
We're so happy to have you.
Well, thank you. No questions. Okay.
Wait.
What?
Does anybody have questions?
Ken, I do.
So 2 questions. What college did you go to, and what was the
The
defense
defense
contract?
contractor was Argo
The
Systems.
defense contractor
And I was employee number 20 with them.
And I was employee
And,
number 20 with them.
Wow.
When we started with our contracts with the government, and I said that I had an opportunity to meet some very great people. I did have an opportunity to meet Senator Edward Kennedy. Senator Edward very new at that point in time, and also someone that I absolutely adored was Colin Powell. And what was your other question?
What college?
Frank.
What can you tell us now?
Okay.
Frank. What can you tell us now that you're?
Can you tell us anything?
That's what
Yeah.
What
Can you tell?
can you
That's
tell
what-
us?
yeah.
What that we would have been shocked to hear?
Yeah.
That
we would have.
That you would be shocked to hear.
That we would have maybe.
or were shocked to hear. You knew way ahead.
I don't think I understand the question.
Give us some dirt.
Here's an example.
Okay.
Give us some dirt.
Here's an example.
Okay, so an example would be my husband's father used to work for NASA. And when Will Smith came out, and I forget the name of the thing, was running because he's got the belt and the shoes and all these old tags.
They had all this
Whatever
technology,
the
and
movie
they
was that he
zoomed all the
had,
way down,
and
they could see him from
they had all
there.
this technology, and
My
they
father
zoomed all the way
watched
down
it
and you could
because
see
he
him
had
from
that
there.
technology.
My father always watched it because he had that technology.
Like zooming down from a satellite to the size of a
Like
city.
zooming down to the satellite.
And there was the Hollywood
Yeah.
made out like this was
Yeah.
a big thing.
And there was the Hollywood
I
made out
can
like
tell
this
you
was a
that
big thing.
my
I
ex-husband
can tell you that
designed
my
the
ex-husband
arm
designed
for
the
the
payload
spaceship.
handle.
So I had an opportunity to go out
Wow.
to.
So I had an opportunity to
actually
go out
watch
to
what
Florida
happened
and
with that
actually
arm
watch what
loading
happened
onto the
with
spaceship.
that arm
Wow.
loading
Did you go
onto
to any
the
launches?
spaceship.
No,
Did you go to any launches?
I didn't have
No.
clearances
No.
to do that.
No.
He was.
I didn't have clearances to do that. He was.
Anything else?
Yeah, that's neat.
I used to drink a lot of shots of tequila.
Used to
Oh
sales,
my God.
There we go.
And,
There we go.
Uh-huh.
And
So you have all the secrets. We get the real word.
yeah.